Hi everyone, I'm Lucy Smith from Kleinschmidt, and this is Paul. He's Paul Clegg, he's our web systems architect at Kleinschmidt. If you don't know Kleinschmidt, we're in the data manipulation and transformation process, and we help companies integrate with those that they do business with. What we're showing today is a product called FreightWaves. FreightWaves is designed for those small carriers that you have. How many people have a small carrier that you use that doesn't use EDI today? You have to go have other processes, right, to handle their paperwork. You have to send emails, you have to get them, you have somebody spending time doing all those manual processes that we've all grown accustomed to doing smoothly with EDI. What Kleinschmidt can do is introduce your supplier or your carriers to this FreightWaves solution, and we make it very easy for them. They don't have to be technical. Paul's showing the main screen right now, which shows a list of active loads that I have waiting for me. The green circles on the left show me new load tenders that have been sent to me and I need to take some action. The red shows me that one of the load tenders I received before has canceled, and the yellow shows me that something has changed. Maybe the weight, maybe the dimensions, maybe added another stop, but it shows me that something's changed. Moving over to the right-hand side, there are eye icons and pencil icons. The eye icon that's what you click if you want to see more information about the document. Paul, can you click that first one? So what he's looking at right now is a depiction of the load and where it is in transit. The timeline at the top shows that the load has been tendered, but I haven't responded yet. I can look at the details. That main screen showed me the towns where I had to pick up and drop off, but this can show me more details if I need them to decide if I'm going to accept or decline. So if I want to go ahead and accept that load, I don't have to know codes or X12. I just click the pencil on that 204, and here's a plain English screen. Any small carrier, anybody who's non-technical can click a drop-down box and choose reservation accepted or declined, but we'll choose accepted. And Paul's creating the document. Now when we go back to the main screen, we'll show you the magic that happened behind the scenes. Kleinschmidt has this long-standing expertise, 40 years in the data transformation business, and FreightWaves harnesses that. So let's go back and look at that 204. Now we can see that it says the tender has been responded to, and if you scroll down, you can see that there's the listing, the information about the load, and he can click on the X12 format to review the code. The code doesn't mean anything to your carriers probably, but it is that X12 format that you want to receive. So you see the code there. All they did was choose one thing from a drop-down box. The X12 document was created and sent. If they want to look at something that they can read, they can look at the printer-friendly version of the document. Now let's go back to the main screen. Here's a multiple stop load.
Oh, whoops.
Here's a multiple stop load, and you can see that the timeline is longer. What we do behind the scenes when we set up a shipper is we create the documents that you specifically want to receive. Some shippers want lots of 214s, some want none. Some people want a digital invoice, that 210, and some people don't. We set it up for just what you want. And once we have your company set up, we can add a new carrier, a small carrier, in same day. It's very easy once you're set up. So let's look at a new feature that we just introduced recently. And this is another thing that was requested by our customers. And this is an image request. This part of the form allows me to type in a trucker's name or a driver and click request. Now when that's clicked, a text message automatically goes.
Ding.
Now my driver has received that text message asking him for the load that was dropped off at this precise location, 123 Frontage Road, let's say. So that link allows him to send photos without having any software, no special app on his phone. He can just send a picture. And back at your office, you'll be able to view those. So what we see now is that driver has sent a bill of lading and a proof of delivery document. From here I can look at those, I can invoice, I can save those off to my file for that customer. I can do it all quickly, because what we all know, sometimes those drivers lose paperwork. Sometimes they don't come back to the main office for a day or 3 days or a week. Now you can have it instantly. So we would love to tell you more about Freight Launch. We can get your shippers that are non-compliant with EDI together and get them compliant really quick. We'll train them. We'll take all that load off of you. And one more thing, I think I forgot, Paul, APIs, right?
Oh yeah, what about APIs?
What about APIs? We see more and more companies using APIs as part of their integration framework. Not all companies are going to change at the same time. So Kleinschmidt does those transformations from X12 to API all the time. If you happen to use APIs, we can build that structure so that the driver's framework on Freight Launch doesn't change at all. He'll still use the same screens, the same processes, and behind the scenes, we'll create that API message, that JSON message that will come to you perfect. We'll test it for him. We'll get it all up and running. I want to thank you for your attention today. We will be at booth C4 if you have any questions, and enjoy Atlanta.